everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Hearthstone, the Arena. So, I'm back after my little Hearthstone hiatus. I got drawn in by the might of the cards, or the lustful draw of this game, I suppose. So let's just go ahead and buy back into the arena with the gold coins we have and get into choosing our hero. I don't know why it took so long for those to pick up. So this is an interesting starting draw. Since this is my first game back in the arena in a while, I think we're going to have to say no to the Rogue, because I think Rogue is a little bit too reckless for us to give it a shot. I know we played Paladin. I think Paladin was even our first shot in the arena, but I don't think we've played any Priests. I'm trying to remember if we have. Even if we haven't, though, the Priest is a pretty fun class to play as, and I think it might be a safe bet for me jumping back on into things. So let's go ahead and go with Anduin. See what he's got for us. Yes, the light shall bring victory indeed, my friend. And what's our first card draws here? Okay! Interesting start. We're not gonna get Cold Light Seer, because we're not building a Murloc deck, because Murloc decks are very, very reckless in the arena, because you cannot get the guarantee of getting a bunch of Murlocs, for sure. Wild Pyromancer is very interesting. As some of you might not know, he's after you cast a spell, deal 1 damage to all minions. The nice thing about him is that he's a 3/2 for 2 mana cost creature. So even if you're not able to use his ability, he's still like a pretty okay monster to put on the field, but he actually can also screw you over if you need to play a spell but don't want him to damage everything on the field. Interesting balance thing. He basically is determined by the situation he is placed on. And Violet Teacher, whenever you cast a spell, summon a 1/1 Violet Apprentice. I think we're gonna go with the Wild Pyromancer, because if we do get a lot of spells, he can become quite a force to be reckoned with, and a force that our opponent will want to take out on the field, but might not be able to thanks to our healing capabilities. So let's go ahead and go with that. Okay. We're definitely going with the Lord of the Arena, 100%. I don't really like either of those. I like Stone Tusk Boar, but I only like him in a Hunter deck, because he's a very low-cost beast that you could play to get some easy card draw with a Buzzard. Otherwise, not good. Both of these cards are kind of garbage compared to the Lord of the Arena. Guess a strong monster, that is also a taunt, and I love my taunts. This is an interesting one. Ironforge Rifleman, we're gonna say no to. We could take Leper Gnome, because Leper Gnome always gets some good value, I think, because of his 2 attack, very effective, and he's very irritating because he does the 2 damage. But I can't pass up an extra 2 health and card draw. Power Word Shield is a very good card. Now, this is an interesting one as well. Divine Spirit can destroy your game. Well, not destroy your game. Divine Spirit can be a completely overpowered card, because it doubles a minion's health, of course, and then you can use the make a minion's attack equal to its health card as well, which could then in one turn give yourself like a 20/20 in the best situation. Only problem is those kinds of things are very susceptible to silences, so I usually don't prefer to focus on decks with those. I would rather get a Gurobashi Berserker, where even if they silence it, it's still it's still something that they need to take out. Basically, silencing this card means that the card is wasted, and it could put me in a very, very poor, bad position. Only question is, what do we want, Holy Smite or Gurobashi Berserker? Because Holy Smite is a spell. I believe so. I think it's a spell. I'm not sure. The nice thing about the mage decks is it has this little writing that says spell under each card, so I feel much more certain with mage decks, but this has to be a spell. We're going with the Gurobashi Berserker, though. I think that's a smarter call here. I think we have to go with Shattered Sun Cleric, although it actually makes me sad to pass up the Voodoo Doctor. Normally a Voodoo Doctor is a pretty poor card, at least in my opinion, but I like him in mage decks because he can, his ability, his battle cry, can actually work very well in synergy with other healing stuff. But we gotta go with the Shattered Sun Cleric, a very, very good card all around. Here we go, this is an interesting one. What is Shadow Form? I don't know if I know this card. Your hero power becomes deal 2 damage. If already in shadow form, deal 3. Okay, that's interesting. Obviously, I think we have played Paladin before in the arena because we saw that one card that was a monster that does the exact same thing. Definitely an interesting ability because that makes the ability power of the priest very, very overpowered. I just don't know if we'd want to get rid of our healing ability. Battlecry destroyed 2 Murloc and gained... that's awful. Hungry Crab is garbage. And Faceless Manipulator is a pretty cool card. Could be wonderful, could be awful. Honestly, I think we might take that just for the gamble. Because obviously the fact that he's a 3/3 doesn't matter at all, unless there's no other monsters on the field. Let's go a little bit crazy and go with the Faceless Manipulator. Might have been a bad choice, but I feel confident with it. Destroy a minion with 5 attack or more. Shadow Word Death is very good. Young Dragonhawk is awful. At least in this deck, I think so. It would be nice to get some more 2 cards, though, but we're gonna come up against a lot of those. So let's get a nice kill card that takes out quite a beefy minion. Also, I usually like to get only one of those, so it's nice to get that now. Oh, this is a hard choice between Holy Nova and Silverhand Knight, because they are both very good cards. Elven Archer, I also think is pretty garbage, personally. I don't really like her. She could be very good in, like, the Warrior Rage deck. That would be a really good mix for her, but otherwise she's pretty bad. Let's go with the Holy Nova. Holy Nova's a very good card. I'd love to get some of those. We're definitely going with the Harvest Golem. Wisp is horrible in the arena. Murloc Raider, we're not building a Murloc deck. We have gotten a lot of cards that have bounced with Murlocs, though, which is kind of funny. But I love the Harvest Golem. He is a very annoying card to face with if you are the opponent. Lightwell is interesting, but... seriously, how many Murloc cards are we gonna get in here? It seems like this was made to focus on a Murloc deck. If you don't know Lightwell, at the start of your turn, restore 3 health to a damaged friendly character. That includes yourself. So you would think this thing would be pretty amazing all around, but unless you... it's one of those cards where if you are starting to snowball, it just makes you snowball like mad. But if you are losing the game, it's kind of just a wasted card. So, question is, do I like it more than the Violet Teacher, I suppose? Since we're so early, I feel like this is a really hard draw. Let's just get the Lightwell. I don't experiment too much with Violet Teacher. It's a good card, but, like, I don't know. Reckless Rocketeer, I like Reckless Rocketeer okay, but I know a lot of people really hate her because she's basically a very much so downgraded version of the Mage's Fireball, seeing as it's only got 2 health, does 1 less damage, and costs the same amount in mana, I'm pretty sure. We're gonna go with the Boulderfist Ogre, though. That could be very, very strong in this deck that we have here. I think we have to go with the Acolyte of Pain for the card draw. Although the Panther's really nice. This is an interesting one. We're passing up Divine Shield. I think we have to go with Mind Control. Holy Nova's really awesome, but the Mind Control can turn around a lost game very easily. Basically, Mind Control is just annoying whenever it comes out. So I think that's a good draw for us here. Probably won't get more than one of those, though, if it pops up. Here we go. We've got the Soul Priest again. What's Mass Dispel? Silence all enemy minions, draw a card. Very good, for sure. Only question is, do I like it more than the Soul Priest? I think I might like the Soul Priest more, because this could basically, in many situations, this could essentially just be a draw card for 4 mana. Like, if we're in a bad spot, this would be pretty pointless for us, because if the silence wouldn't help us at all, then it's basically just saying lose 4 mana, because if we didn't even have this card in the deck, we would have gotten a different card anyways, so the card draw doesn't really change anything. Let's go with the Soul Priest. Restore 4 health to all minions. I have never seen Circle of Healing. That's an interesting card. I think we might go with the Leper Gnome, though, because I don't have too many low-cost minions. I have a lot of low-cost cards. but not too many actual minions. Circle of Healing sounds very good, but once again, that's a card that could just be wasted. Northshire Cleric, definitely gotta go with that. I do wish I could have gotten the other dude as well, though. Mind Blast is a positive negative card, could be very, very good. Same with Mad Bomber, actually, could be really good, could be garbage. But I'm not going with Mind Blast because I prefer... I don't really like too many cards that only deal damage to the hero. So, Frost Elemental or Mad Bomber? Nice thing about the Mad Bomber is that if we do get bad dice rolls and it all hits us, we could heal pretty much any damage that we take ourselves. I just don't know if that is the best card for us to take here. We do have quite a bit of high-level monsters, though. But we're only halfway through the deck, so we should get some more low-level ones, and Frost Elemental can really save you in a pickle. We just need to focus on low-level creatures for now. Interestingly enough, Lightspawn can be really good, but he's obvious... You know what? Actually, we're gonna get Lightspawn. I was actually about to insult him, but I think he's a really good card because he basically either you have to trade for him in some way, either by attacking him to lower his attack because his attack is equal to his health, or you have to use some kind of kill card on him to keep him from being a great menace, or any effect card. So basically he could be used as a good baiting card. Definitely going to go for the River Crocolisk, I think. The other guy might have been better in hindsight. But oh well. We don't need two Soul Priests whenever you cast a spell. Okay, Mana Addict I think is definitely going to be our one this turn. Wish it could be a bit stronger, but that's an okay draw there. Inner Fire, see that's the really, really good one. But I think I actually want to go with Holy Smite. Although Temple Enforcer is very good as well. Interesting draw. We do have so many... I mean, we don't have an enormous amount. I think I'd rather take the Holy Smite for the time being. Because that's a spell, and it's an instant kill on a creature. Earthen Ring Farseer is a very, very good card, but I think I want to go with the Shadow Word Pain here. All three of these are very good, actually. Could go with another Acolyte of Pain, which honestly is very tempting to me. Only problem with our deck at this moment is we have very, very little early game power. It's nice to have the Holy Smite, but most of our early game is just focused on like card draw effects or late game things like the Lightwell. Lightwell isn't necessarily late game, but it's more focused on the late game than early game. So this is an interesting position. We'll take the Acolyte of Pain though. It's nice to have as many of those as you can. I think we want to... Mind Vision is very good. It could also be completely garbage, though. It's put a copy of a random card from your opponent's hand into your hand. Basically, that means it's a risk card, you know? Could take something amazing, could take something garbage. It's nice that it's only 1 mana to get that, but I think I'd rather take the Sen'jin Shieldmaster at this point. I think it's gotta be Questing Adventurer. Questing Adventurer is very, very good. Alarmobot isn't very good in this deck, or wouldn't be very good. Harvest Golem, of course. And probably Amani Berserker of all these three. Yeah, 100%. If we keep healing this guy, he could become an unstoppable force. Magma Rager is awful. He's way too killable. Like, the damage is nice, but way, way too easily killable. Not even a double this minion's health card would be nice. I think we gotta go with the Loot Hoarder. Loot Hoarder is one of my least favorite cards to fight against because his Death Rattle is frickin' irritating. And that he has 2 damage. Basically, he's really nice because he trades very well. Put down a monster, it'll trade for most monsters in the game. Or in the case of like a mage, that means they have to use 2 mana to get rid of it. Only for you to get a free card as well. Very annoying card. Probably in our Gurobashi Berserker right here. And I think we gotta go with an Injured Blade Master. Very, very good card in a Paladin deck Priest deck for obvious reasons. And that's it for our deck right here. I don't know how I feel about it. Honestly, I feel fairly confident about this one. I think this one wasn't poorly made. Maybe it is, but I feel more confident about this one than I have in the past. I do wish we did have 2 Holy Mites. but obviously we passed up on some other cards to make that happen. I think we passed up on one for the Frost Elemental? I'm not sure. But I think this deck is good. It definitely focuses on a lot of card draw abilities and healing our units to make them stronger and keep them alive. But both of those are actually relatively standard priest skills from what I know, at least in my humble Hearthstone knowledge. But it'll be exciting to get into some games here and see what action we have ahead of us once we load in. It's super sucky. I spent a lot of gold recently, because, oh no, not the Circle of Death! We're probably just loading here, but you guys all know the Mac little circle spinny thing of death only means bad things whenever it happens. But I spent a lot of Hearthstone gold recently, over 1,000. I think around like 1,400 as of late, because I'm trying to... Oh, a Warlock, interesting. I'm trying to build enough cards to do a pretty cool deck opening or something like that. I think that would be a lot of fun. We're gonna keep the Questing Adventurer. Sucks that he's a 3 mana for that 2/2. I'd rather have something slightly different, but just in case these 2 cards that I am trading in are garbage, which they are, at least we have the Questing Adventurer to play on turn 3. Oh god.
Greetings.
Probably should have mulliganed everything, I suppose, but because this is a horrible start. Absolutely awful. And Fire Imp doesn't help much with that, because that's a very, very annoying card to have to go up against. God damn it! This is really bad. Really, really bad start. I mean, nice thing is we do have our next 2 plays. We have a Questing Adventurer who will almost certainly die immediately, because I think he'll trade the Imp for him for sure. Or I could play the Mana Addict, but that's probably not the best choice here. Questing Adventurer could become very, very, very strong, but I really want him to trade something now. It's very, very unfortunate.
Give me a quest.
At least next turn we could play our Ascension Shield Master, and that'll allow us a chance to play a little bit of catch-up, because we definitely got a slow start on this deck. But we do have some very strong monsters for later on into the game, so hopefully we'll be able to put that into action. Oh, he just got himself a free card draw. That sucks. For us, of course. That was a good play. Oh, he's gonna do it now?
I hope you like my invention.
Interesting choice. I don't know if that was the best time to use the coin. But, I don't know. Whatever he thinks is best. Let's go ahead and place our Ascension Shield Master now. He won't be able to kill it this turn unless he plays some kind of kill card or a buff on one of his creatures. I don't think Warlocks have any buffs, though, now that I think about it. Do Warlocks have any buffs? I play a lot of Warlocks, so they have, like, subtle buffs, like the Imp that increases all your other minions' attack by 1, but besides that, I don't think they really have any buffs at all. So let's go ahead and... If we buff the Ascension Shield Master, he won't be able to survive. Won't be able to trade for him, which is sucky. I think we should save the upgrade. We could use it on the Acolyte of Pain. But we can't do that this turn. Let's play our Acolyte of Pain, and probably just heal ourselves, I suppose. We could also play the Mana Addict, which would be able to... No, I wouldn't be able to trade with her because she's got 2 health. We don't have any spells, so probably not the best time for that. Then let's go ahead and... We could hit him directly, or we could trade. I feel like I should trade for the Youthful Brewmaster, but that means that he would just be able to swap those. Let's just attack him directly. Because obviously he has to attack our taunt. Hopefully he doesn't have a kill card on the taunt, because what I was hoping with that play was that he would need to use 2 of those or do that. No, okay, he still needs to use 1 card unless he has, yep, a Mortal Coil. That's unfortunate. Okay, now he's gonna be able to kill the Acolyte of Pain in 1 hit. My hope was that he would have to use both of those monsters to take out the Ascension Shield Master, then I could use the Acolyte of Pain to take out the Novice Engineer. Definitely should have attacked, though. That's an unfortunate play on my part. We can kill, that little guy, though. So let's go ahead and do that. Might not have been the best play for this turn, but that gets rid of his creature right away, and now we have a very threatening ability on our hands, and a relatively powerful monster for a 4 mana cost. So I think that worked out very well for us. He could trade it and keep his Chillwind Yeti on the field. But I wouldn't be surprised if he has something else, maybe a bit smarter planned, because he does still have a lot of cards in his hand.
Who dares summon me?
Oh, that's scary. I hate that card so much. The nice thing is we're going to be able to freeze it on this next turn, but that might not be good enough. Oh, God. This is definitely a rough situation we're in. Is there anything that we could do that's better than freezing it? Once again, this is a character that will need to be traded for. I just don't know if it's going to be kept alive. Let's do that. It's nice that we made him lose some card draw, though, or he made himself lose some card draw, but still, that is... Doomguard is a very, very irritating card to have to deal with. I wish... We haven't gotten any of our kill cards. That's one thing that I would hope would be coming up before too long, although the chances aren't very high, since we still have 19 cards in our deck.
So many possibilities.
Yeah, life tap is to be expected, since you just lost so many cards. That's not the worst thing that could happen in the world. Yes, 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 yes. Trade, trade, trade. I would prefer you to trade right now. Okay. Obviously, that's unfortunate because now this guy's still on the field and he's gonna be very strong. It would be nice. What would be so nice right now is if we had a frickin' a taunt creature, either a taunt or a charge, because we'd obviously be able to buff some kind of charge. Could play out the Loot Hoarder. I'm just trying to consider all my options for the time being. I think we might want to play the Boulder Fist Ogre and the Loot Hoarder. We could heal ourselves instead. I just hope he doesn't have a kill card for the Boulder Fist Ogre. He does have that card that it gives him 3 health back and kills a creature. That's gonna be my biggest fear right now. Let's go ahead and do that. Could have healed instead, but I think that might have been the better play as for now, since we're not horribly in danger at this moment. He could also trade those two to take out the Boulder Fist Ogre now, but... and play a couple of things. I'm just not sure if that would be the smartest thing for him at this moment. We don't have enough mana crystals to play it, but what would be nice too would be if we got that. Oh no, this is it, isn't it? Oh, that's not it! So he's gonna... deal 4 damage, discard a random card, so he's gonna trade her. God damn it. Well, at least that takes out the Gnomish Inventor, I suppose. And now we could take out his Stormpike Commando and get a card draw for it. What just makes it so frustrating is that he's kept that Doomguard on the field for so long. Or he might trade with the Doomguard. That would actually... okay. Interesting. He still has 3 mana, so he could do something very annoying. And that's something that he's gonna do that's very annoying. But you know, at least we get to kill the monster for it. We don't have any spells, so he's not useful at the moment. God. Okay, so obviously that has to happen. Then what happens next? That's the question. I feel like Gurubashi might be a good play, just because he can't kill it with 1 creature unless he has some sort of kill card. And we can play it along with the Harvest Golem. No one else is really good at all on this turn, so let's do that. This has been such a unfortunate game so far. I mean, obviously it's not over for us, and we could still come back. The mage has a lot of stuff that could really help us towards making a big comeback with some good lucky card draws and stuff like that, but it's been a rough one for us so far. And a silence definitely does not help that, especially on the Gurubashi Berserker, and that! Good news is he has no cards in his hand, but I think he just... No, he didn't win yet. Destroy a minion with an attack of 5 or more. Okay. So that's him down. Only question is, do we have enough to stop him from killing us this next turn? He has 6 damage on the field. We could deal 3 damage, which will kill him. But I don't think that's enough. Yeah, let's just do everything we can.
Cleanse the sun well.
So that gives him the 3. And he's dead. And there's nothing else we could do. We lost this one. That's unfortunate. Yeah, because we can't take him down and we can only heal to 4 health. God damn. Oh well.
Well played. You have bet.
Sucky first way to start off this deck, but you know, just... Especially since he had no cards in his hand. If we just had 2 more health, we could have turned that game around. And who knows, maybe I made some mistakes at other times that could have helped it, but what can I say? You win some, you lose some. So anyways, I think that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like, comment, and or subscribing if you have not. I am the EggScrambledGamer, and I will see you all next time.